Well, hey everybody, welcome to Midweek. We're so glad that you're here with us today. It's gonna be a good one. I'm here with the one and only Catherine Krulish today as we get to hang out on YouTube and we get to continue to have fun every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. here on YouTube. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, we're excited. It's gonna be an awesome time. But before we get started, I want you to copy the link of our midweek, send it to 3 friends, and then in the chat, let us know that you're here and tell us the 3 friends that you invited to midweek.
Yes, uno, dos, tres, amigos or amigas. Invite your friends. We want them to be a part of this as well. Now, tonight, not only do we want you to share the link and share the love, but we also are going to play a game. We're going to be inviting a friend on to Midweek, and we're going to be concluding our service, or concluding our series, not our service, on love-hate series. Kath is always here to help,
I always
correct me when I mess up. But our series on love-hate, so that's going to be really good. And tonight, what are we going to be watching?
We're excited. After this, instead of having Zoom, we are going to have a Netflix watch party, and we are going to be watching The Incredibles 2. I honestly have not seen it yet, but I've heard great things. So
Do you think it's incredible?
I'm sure it's incredible times 2.
When I think of Incredibles 2, I think of the Incredicoaster at Disneyland, and I miss Disneyland.
I haven't been on the Incredicoaster yet, but I got to go on it before it was the Incredicoaster.
I snuck my son onto the Incredicoaster just this last Christmas. It was pretty cool.
Disneyland's the best.
Disneyland is the best.
Put in the chat if you miss Disneyland and what your favorite Disneyland ride is.
Yes, do we have any Disneyland fans here tonight? I think we do. Yes, everyone's a Disneyland fan.
You know who's a really big Disney fan?
Who?
Is the Barrett family. And
Yes.
one of the Barrett family members is named Jordan.
Jordan, say what's up, man.
I think we should Zoom him. Hey, Jordan.
Good. I'm pretty good.
You're doing well? Nice. Good. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you go to school? What you been up to?
School at Santa Rosa High. And
Yeah?
I'm in the Art Quest program. I do like photography. So,
Very
something I
cool.
do.
Very cool. And you love Disney?
Oh yeah, Disney's awesome. I love
What's your
Disneyland and stuff. My favorite ride? Or what?
Yeah, what's your favorite Disney ride? Yeah, what's your favorite Disney ride?
I like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay.
Sure.
Everyone loves that one. It's a little boring to me.
Oh, really?
A little slow.
I love it.
I need
love
like
it.
the fast-paced, like roller coaster,
Fun fact.
adrenaline rush ride.
Johnny Depp is sometimes found inside.
I've heard that.
Yeah. I've heard that.
And if you ever want to like splurge, go eat at the Blue Bayou.
Oh
It's
yeah. Jordan.
So good.
That
So
place,
good.
that place is
So
so
good.
good. You get some good food. All right.
good. Let's play
so, Jordan, you want to play a game with us?
A
do it.
Disney-themed
A
game.
Disney-themed game. Do you feel pretty good about your Disney knowledge?
I'm definitely gonna be
Okay. All right.
you guys.
This game is called Disney Movie Mash Up. Okay. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this Disney theme and we're gonna say to ourselves, what if 2 Disney movies were mashed up to create a new movie? Okay.
What if?
Using the new plot given, we're going to see if you, and those of you watching, if you can figure out the title of the new movie, okay? So pretty much a simple game.
Easy.
Easy. The only thing you need to
2
know
movies.
is Disney.
What's it gonna be named?
All right?
Here
so,
we go.
Here we go. Let's jump into the first one. Kath, read it for us.
A man raised by gorillas must decide where he belongs after his sister turns the jungle into an ice palace.
Ooh. So,
What could it be?
what 2 Disney movies are you thinking of right now?
A man raised by gorillas
Uh-huh.
and a frozen ice palace.
Here's a blurred picture
What do we
of
think
what it
it
could be.
is?
Jordan, what are you thinking right now?
I think it's Tarzan and Frozen.
Tarzan and Frozen.
What is the movie gonna
If-
be named, Jordan?
Yeah, if you were to bring those 2 together.
I don't. That's hard.
That's hard.
I was thinking like
Mash them up.
Tarzan.
Tarzan?
Tarzan.
Like
Frozen,
Frozen.
the ice princess.
I don't know. Let's go ahead and let's check it out.
Here we go.
Oh,
Frozen.
it is.
It's so cold without a shirt on.
Oh gosh, it is cold without a shirt on. Keep your shirts on today. Just
Do not take them.
don't take them off. All right, so we got the movies right. Let's go to the second one. After young Riley is uprooted from her Midwest life, the heroes in her head must decide to work together to save the city from the evil syndrome. The evil syndrome.
Syndrome.
Okay.
Not syndrome.
Syndrome. Jordan,
What movies,
what
Jordan?
movies are you thinking?
I'm thinking Inside Out.
For sure.
sure.
100%.
Okay. Inside Out Incredibles.
Inside Out
What is it gonna be named?
They're so similar already.
Inside Out and Incredibles are similar already?
No, like the names.
Of the
Names. So,
like
Inside Incredible? Or would it be...
Inside Incredible. Let's see.
I don't know.
Let's see what it is.
Oh, I
Out.
missed it by that
Incredible
much.
Out. So you're telling me there's superheroes in my head?
Coming out June 19th.
That would be horrifying.
Coming out June 19th. All right, we got a couple more.
From the wait, go back.
Go back.
From the creators of Frozen.
Disney and Pixar work together. All right, here's the next one, Kat.
A forest animal is born with a rather large set of ears, causing him to be ridiculed by the other animals in the forest. But he finds unlikely friendship in a skunk and a rabbit.
Oh,
that's
man.
So heartwarming.
Okay, what do you think, Jordan?
I think it's Dumbo, right?
Okay. Dumbo.
Dumbo. Wait, did I say? Yeah.
And they find unlikely friendship in a skunk and a rabbit.
Dumbo.
Bambi.
Dude,
Yes,
you got it.
You do love Disney.
You're Disney.
All
You're
right.
Disney pro. So how would you put Dumbo and Bambi together? Dumby. Let's see. Here's a blurred picture and
Bambo.
Bambo. I think I like Dumby better. I like Dumby better than
This one's
Bumbo.
sad. I hear something. Maybe it's my mother.
It's not. It's the hunter with the gun.
Because the mom dies.
Oh gosh. Bambi's got some
Sad.
great ears there. All right.
Move
So
on.
here is the very last one. Here we go. Tricked into trading his roar for a pair of legs, a cub sets out on a journey to find true love by becoming part of her
Can you sing that
world.
part for us?
Part of her
Thank
world.
you so much. Jordan, what
What do you
movies
think, Jordan?
are
Jordan?
these?
I think, is it Lion King?
I would say probably Lion King, Lion
Alright.
King and Little Mermaid.
And what would you call that movie, Jordan?
I can't wait to see the picture.
Lion Mermaid. I
Lion
don't know.
Mermaid.
Lion Mermaid?
Here we go.
You got
the
it!
Lion Mermaid.
You got it, the Lion Mermaid.
He's the king of
Hey.
the ocean and Hakuna Mahaba Hubba.
Hakuna Mahaba Hubba. Oh gosh.
All right.
I don't know if you can unsee this right now. This is Simba with. That's kind of disturbing, right?
Simba's a mermaid.
Yeah.
I will
Disturbing.
pass on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Jordan, hey, that's our game for tonight. But I just wanted to, once we got past the game, have a little conversation with you. We've been sheltered in place for a while, and I'm just wondering, like,
A long time.
how
Let's
long?
be real.
Day 59.
Forever.
Way too long.
Way too long, right? And so, Jordan, what has been going through your mind, and how have you been handling the shelter in place, and what have you been doing to pass the time? I'm just curious, dude.
I've been
And what's your
watching
favorite
all on
quarantine
Netflix.
A lot of Netflix. He's been watching a lot of Netflix.
A lot of Netflix.
Or is that what you
Yes.
said?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So a lot of Netflix. I watched Outer Banks. So good.
Is it good?
Remember that show?
No.
It's like
I've heard of it.
it's just
It's really good. Like the plot's really good. It's like about like these teenagers who like go on like a mission to get like gold, and it's just like it's really good.
Okay.
Sweet.
Outer Banks.
So Netflix.
a lot of
YouTube too, and then I've been working out a lot and taking a lot of photos.
You've been working out a lot. So have I. I've been working out a lot too, man.
And eating a lot of
Can
snacks.
you see that? For sure. Talkies
all about the
kind of work against that. But what kind of workouts have you been doing?
A lot of like total body workouts.
Total body workouts. Wow.
Put in the chat if you've been working out during quarantine.
Wow. Wow.
And I've been
wow.
doing like runs and like bike rides and stuff.
And you've been doing
Dude.
photography. Fun fact about Jordan, he's super creative and loves photography, and he's good at it.
Dude, I want to see one of your pictures. Do you have a picture? Send it to me.
I don't have one on me right now, but
Send it
Send
to
it to me,
us.
okay?
okay.
All right, because I want to see a picture.
Okay.
All right, for sure.
of what?
Bet.
Whatever you want.
I
Your,
want beach photos.
your signature picture, portrait, whatever you got.
All right.
Portrait
Bet.
video.
He says bet.
He says bet. All right, Jordan. Hey, well, we're looking forward to hanging out with you later on tonight.
Midweek.
We got midweek, and
This is midweek,
well,
but
after
after on the Netflix.
on the Netflix watch party, which we're gonna be watching Incredibles 2. Which, have you seen Incredibles 2?
Of course he
I've seen
has. He's a Disney
Oh
fan.
my gosh! All right, cool, Jordan. Well, it's been fun hanging out, man. We'll see you later tonight.
See ya.
See you guys.
All right, bye, Jordan.
All right, well, it was fun to hang out with Jordan. We have some fun announcements. We have some exciting stuff coming up for midweek and for students. First one is
Announcements. Our Netflix watch party.
tonight, instead of Zoom, we are going to hang out on Netflix watch party and watch Incredibles 2. So make sure you invite your friends, grab your popcorn, your pizza, and let's hang out.
Yes, now we posted a video on our Instagram on kind of how to get onto the Netflix watch party. We want to make sure you know all the info on how to get on it. Just some basic stuff for you to know is that you're going to need a computer, you're going to need Google Chrome, and we'll walk you through it all. But it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to be able to chat, we're going to be able to hang out. And shout out to Isla and Izzy and Sydney, who were a part of the challenges and are getting some food tonight delivered,
Love
which
that.
is
I want food delivered to my house.
let us know, what is your favorite food to eat with the movies? What is yours? Licorice? Popcorn? For sure. For sure. I
And
love
a Coke Zero.
and a Coke Zero. Yes, popcorn, Sour Patch Kids, frozen Junior Mints, Raisinets.
John loves a good
I
movie
I just love snack food. That's just to be honest. Okay,
So if you ever want to like win John over, just buy him some snacks.
just buy me some
you got
good
him.
snacks. All
All
right.
right.
Okay. The
We're
next thing.
also gonna start a new series called The You Effect, and basically this series is gonna be talking about how we can impact the lives of the people around us, and if we can do that in a positive way or a negative way.
That's right. So you all have an effect. When you walk into a room, how do you affect that room? And we're just going to be talking about the ways that God's created us to make the effect positive and to make the effect really for His glory. So I'm
Yeah.
really looking forward to that.
Check out the promo video that we have for this also.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Hey friends, it's Jackie. I'm here to tell you about one of our newest series, The You Effect. Maybe you've noticed how certain students affect the rooms that they walk into. The minute they walk in the door, things become more loud or more intense or even more fun just because they're there. Maybe you've noticed your boss has an effect when he or she joins a conversation. The truth is, it's easy to notice the effect that others have on us, but we may not always be aware that we have an effect on nearly everyone around us. In a word, we all have influence, even when we think we don't. Influence can be especially tricky in high school, where it's easy to feel invisible or unnoticed. And even when students recognize that they have an effect on others, it can be tough to know what to do with that kind of power. That's why in this 3-week series, we'll talk about how to recognize the you effect, how to use it for good, and what to do when you think you may have lost the ability to influence others. We hope this series begins some great conversations in your group about what it means to live as a follower of Jesus.
Cool, so we're gonna be doing that next week. And in addition to our series, we wanna make sure you stay connected to us. So we've got the Spring Hill Student Instagram, and we also have our text message service, which y'all need to be a part of. Motion to 21,000.
All caps, motion all caps,
all
to
caps,
21,000.
all caps, for sure.
If you're not on there, get on there. And then shout out to all the seniors. It's a little bittersweet time for you, I know, but we're so excited that you're graduating high school and we can't wait to celebrate with you. And one of the ways that we're gonna do that is send you a bunch of gifts and food. And so if you have any ideas or ways that you would feel encouraged and supported as you're graduating high school, put it in the chat or DM us, let us know. We want to encourage you and just have a good time celebrating the fact that you are all done with high school.
Most definitely. It's an important time, and we need to celebrate that. And we do have some really cool ideas planned for you that I think you're gonna love, and I can't wait to get them to you. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be great. All right, cool. So those are our announcements, and we want to make sure you stay connected. So make sure that you are up to date.
All right, you guys, we're gonna be finishing our series Love Hate tonight.
Yes, it's been a great series. You know, we've been in it for a couple weeks. It's basically this whole idea of landing on the side of love when we come to those two options. And you know, week 2 we talked about what it means for us to speak the truth in love when we know that someone in our life is maybe involving themselves in things that aren't good for them. How do we speak truth into that? And I'm looking forward to this week as well, because
it's been a great series. It's hard to lean on the side of love, but it's better for everyone involved. So I love it. And then tonight we're going to be talking about how we can let love fill in the blank. So instead of leading with our emotions and doing things because of our emotion, letting Jesus lead us through loving people.
It's always good for us to remind ourselves, slow down, what would Jesus do?
WWJD.
And then kind of go forward in that way. So let's go ahead and check out the video.
Have you ever noticed how brands you wear seem to say something about the type of person you are? Whether that's a good thing or not, I'm not sure, but when I was in high school, that was exactly how it worked. For me, Abercrombie meant you were a preppy person. Hollister, maybe you were just a little bit more laid back. And Under Armour meant you were a sporty person. I don't know a lot of sports, but I'm assuming that's what it meant. Brands have always been something people use to express a little bit of who they are, or what they want people to think they are. They also tend to represent the group you are part of or you want to be a part of. For whatever reason, it seems like the brands we wear build the reputation we have. I'm not sure that clothes and accessories say everything about a person, but once you're rolling with a specific group and have a reputation, it can be hard to shake. But more than how the brands we wear contribute to what people think about us, our reputations are made out of all sorts of things and bring all kinds of assumptions about who we are. Just think about the various groups in your school and think about the assumptions that you have made about people who are part of them. Assumptions like, every rich kid is blank. All athletes are blank. The smart kids always blank. The cheerleaders are blank. The mathletes are blank. The kids who vape are blank. We often fill in the blanks about other people with our assumptions. Whether we know the person or not, it doesn't matter. We know their reputation, and to us, that says more than enough about them. And we may not know anything about this person other than the group that they are connected to. And yet, suddenly we feel like we know enough to make a snap judgment about them and write them off. So where do we get these assumptions from? Well, I think that they come from a lot of places, but 3 common ones stand out the most. First, experiences. We have experiences of what someone like them did or said to us, and we use those experiences to prejudge what this person is like. Second, limited perspective. If we know of something someone did or said that was wrong, we build an entire case about them being a bad person and take one thing that we don't like about them and make a judgment on everything about them. And third, insecurities. Sometimes our assumptions are formed from our own insecurities. The person that we're filling in the blank about has something that we want or wish we had. Maybe they have the starting position on the team, or the grade that we can't seem to achieve, or the house our family could never afford, and we just can't stand it. We automatically assume the worst about them because they remind us of how far we feel from being the best. Our personal experiences, limited perspective, and insecurities help shape the assumptions we make. They help fill in the blanks when we think about other people. And this can be a real problem if we really want to be known for love rather than hate. And if we're really honest with ourselves, filling in the blanks is sometimes another way to hate on people. Because often when we assume something based on our judgment, we don't fill the blank with something nice. We don't take the time to actually get to know the whole story of a person because we think that we have it all figured out. We don't give them a chance because we assume that our judgment is right. We make all sorts of assumptions about people we barely even know. Or we assume we know someone based on the group that they're a part of without even giving them a chance to show us who they really are. It's another way for us to hate on them without getting to know them. And the ironic part is that we would never want someone else to do this to us. So why do we so quickly do this to others? Why don't we slow down and challenge our assumptions? There's a moment from Jesus' life that may be able to help us. Jesus was in the middle of a tense encounter with some of the religious leaders in Israel at the time. These teachers of the law and Pharisees were a big deal in religious circles, and they had a brand of self-righteousness that they thought set them apart from everyone else. So when Jesus came around and started spending time with the people the religious leaders had branded as sinners, or people who weren't as close to God as they were, things got very tense. They actually started trying to catch Jesus off guard with questions that they hoped would prove that he was a phony. They wanted him to slip up and answer something in a way that took away his credibility and made him look bad. During one of these encounters, after some people had gathered to listen to Jesus teach in the temple, the religious leader caught a woman in an R-rated situation. So they dragged her in front of Jesus to see how he would handle the punishment. And I think that what happened here shows us a different way to live instead of filling in the blank about other people's reputation. Now check this out. As he was speaking, the teachers of the religious law and Pharisees brought a woman who had been caught in the act of adultery. They put her in front of the crowd. "Teacher," they said to Jesus, "this woman has been caught in the act of adultery. The law of Moses says to stone her. What do you say?" They were trying to trap him into saying something that they could use against him. Now, just to be clear about the awkwardness of this woman was caught in the sexual activity with someone other than her husband, or maybe even someone else's husband. And now she's on trial in front of Jesus. These guys wanted Jesus to condemn her to die. Now, I realize that this seems a bit extreme to us today, but the rules were pretty straightforward back then. If you behaved like her, then you get severe punishment. Now, these guys came to Jesus assuming they knew the rules and exactly how he was supposed to respond to this woman because of them. After all, God's son should know and follow the same rules as the religious leaders, right? Well, let's take a look at what happens next and see for ourselves. But Jesus stooped down and wrote in the dust with his finger. Now, they kept demanding an answer. So he stood up again and said, "All right, but let the one who has never sinned throw the first stone." Then he stooped down again and wrote in the dust. When the accusers heard this, they slipped away one by one, beginning with the oldest, until only Jesus was left in the middle of the crowd with the woman. Then Jesus stood up again and said to the woman, "Where are your accusers? Didn't even one of them condemn you?" "No, Lord," she said. And Jesus said, "Neither do I. Go and sin no more." What a moment. I'm not sure we can fully understand the tension of this moment. These religious leaders who build their brand on appearing better than others and showcasing other sins are totally put in their place. So basically, Jesus was saying, you are quick to point out what everyone else is doing wrong, but what about you? Have you ever gotten it wrong? Then one by one, these leaders realized their plan backfired. Jesus kindly and lovingly releases this woman who is literally afraid for her life and tells her to go in freedom and to live her life differently. Can you imagine? Now, don't miss this. Everyone here was guilty of something, both the religious leaders and the woman. But Jesus didn't let this woman's guilt be the end of her story. He didn't let her mistake fill in the blanks for her life. Jesus challenged her to change by saying, "Go and sin no more." That was Jesus' brand, love. And it's exactly what you and I should be about too. But isn't it true that sometimes we are more on brand with the religious leaders? Don't we often fill in the blanks about other people based on their behavior one time? And maybe what they did was wrong, but maybe it was just something that we didn't like. And all of a sudden, we've decided that they are a certain way because of something we prefer or don't prefer. But Jesus' approach to this situation in the story teaches us something different. Everyone branded this woman as bad. Everyone judged her based on this one thing she had done. But Jesus saw her as more than this one thing. He didn't write a story about who she was because of what she had been caught doing. He didn't fill in the blank for her. He didn't see her with an assumption made about her or a judgment made about her. He saw her as a whole person. And as a whole person, he saw her as being deserving of another chance. Jesus proved that we are more than the assumptions and judgments of others. We are worthy of forgiveness, grace, and a second chance because of his love for us. And we can extend the same forgiveness, grace, and love to others too. What if this was the approach that you and I started to take when forming our opinions of other people? What if instead of filling in the blanks with assumptions and judgments, we chose to assume the best and judge everyone as people, not just by their actions? What if we chose to see them as being worthy of love? What if we chose to let love fill in the blank? This will change a lot about the way we think about and treat other people, wouldn't it? Not only that, this will also change a lot about the way we think of ourselves too. We may wind up realizing that we are not as terrible as other people made us feel, or we are not as perfect as we may think. There is something both encouraging and humbling about Jesus' approach. It puts us all on the same level as people God loves and people Jesus died to forgive and set free, not just a sum total of all of our actions. In other words, when we're filling in the blanks with judgment or hate, we're only seeing part of a person, their actions, whatever they did that was wrong or something that we didn't like. But when we fill in the blanks with love, we are seeing others as humans, more than what they have or have not done. We are seeing them as individuals worthy of love, grace, and forgiveness. So when the opportunities for assumptions and judgments start flying at you, take these steps towards a new approach. Stop and think about how others have filled in the blanks about you. When you're in the process of filling in the blanks for someone else with something other than love, stop. Stop and think about your own life. Now, don't get down on your imperfections, but instead remember how much grace and love you've needed to be where you are today. Remember, Jesus' forgiveness brought you to a place where your life started to change for the better. Then, treat other people the way Jesus had treated you, with grace and love, assuming their best days can be ahead of them. Next, think about how you have wrongly filled in the blanks for someone else. Who is someone you think you know, but you really don't? Who have you filled in the blanks for in a negative way without even learning their whole story? What if instead of filling the blanks about him or her with assumptions, you fill in the blanks with what you do know? Then start to get in the habit of challenging your assumptions about others, because now you do know the way Jesus sees them, as someone deserving of love, grace, and kindness. What if you chose to fill in the blanks about them with Jesus' brand of compassion? What if you chose to let love fill in the blank? When we choose to follow Jesus' example and take these steps, we are choosing to let love fill in the blanks instead of our quick and shallow assumptions and judgments. Jesus' example shows us how to form healthy opinions of others by filling in the blanks about them with love, not hate, using grace and truth. Just imagine what would happen if this is how we spend our time forming opinions of those around us. Instead of assumptions, stereotypes, and preconceived notions based on one part of a person, every opinion we form about others will be all about how worth loving they are. In fact, even if you're new to church or still unsure about all this Christianity stuff, wouldn't you want to be around a brand of people who treated others this way? If this is really what Jesus is about, doesn't it cost you to be a little more interested in his brand? We can be people who let love fill in the blanks about others. When we do this, we will be people known for our love of others, just like Jesus was, just like Jesus intended his people to be.
Well, there you have it. It's been a great series. It's been good because I can really identify with the struggle between, love and hate. And, sometimes it's hard to find the balance, but this series has been helpful for me as I think about how I can then make a better choice when it comes to these two things.
Yeah, I can totally relate to the series, especially as a junior high and high school student. And even honestly as an adult, it's really hard to love people.
You never outgrow loving and hating people.
Ever.
Ooh, that's
ever.
kind of mean.
So, yeah.
I don't hate people. Let's just make that clear.
The term hate, okay. Sometimes we don't like people or we have a hard time
harder.
loving them.
It's harder to love. Yes, that would be the thing. Harder,
it's relatable to
harder
all of
to
us,
love. So the
especially
idea is here, let love fill in the blank, okay? So that is the big idea for us tonight that we want to make sure you leave with. Now, we've got the Netflix watch party.
We're so excited. Instead of Zoom,
it's gonna be a lot of fun.
We're gonna jump on Netflix.
Yeah, so head over to our Instagram if you haven't seen the information on how to get onto the Netflix watch party. My phone number is at the screen, or it's on the screen below. If you need information, text me. I'll help you out. I'll get you on there. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We can chat, we can watch Incredibles 2, and it's movie night.
So go grab your snacks, invite your friends, and here we go.